Ew.
Fucking
It's fucking wild behavior.
wrap my combo. I was doing 3-finger combo. I'm gonna get it. And then he goes,
So how mad do you want to be?
It's not recording.
It was paused. So they just missed that entire thing. But anyways, we'll have to cut out like the first 11 seconds of that because all of that was paused.
I'm not repeating any of that.
Yeah, we're not going back. Look, we're not going back.
Welcome back to Lani's Lore. This is Mike, my co-host. I'm Lani. This is my team, my drama, all the jazz. If you've made it this far, you were episode 9? Like, thanks for watching. Thanks for being fucking nosy and divulging my life, my drama, my team, my lore. It's been a very, very, very long and interesting week.
Yeah, it has been for sure.
Once again, people are moving weird still. And I told Mike, I said, this week we need to start talking about things like us winning the lottery or like be more positive. Because once again, I talk about something or we talk about something on the podcast and it circles back around and comes full circle. And I'm like, how are we here? Why? What is happening? What is going on? I don't understand, universe.
So we're going to put the third eye to the financial gain. We're going to go out and get some lotto tickets. Super Bowl is on Sunday. I'm going to place a fat parlay.
Oh, Super Bowl is on Sunday.
Yeah. At the time of recording, it is Friday, February 3rd, 4th.
Sorry, I've been like stimming for like the last 48 hours.
Fucking
Dude, we were up till like 4 a.m.
Shit, yes. We were up making our horny food posting last night.
Dying laughing.
Holy shit.
I told Mike, I was like, I'm going to go to bed. And then something happened. And then I was like, I'm not going to bed. And I had to call him immediately.
Yeah, I don't remember what started it.
No,
it's because you were trying to think of that innuendo for your barbecue for that day.
Okay.
And I couldn't think of one because at that point it was like 2-3 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
We were like, fuck it. We got to wait we got to get up. We got to get in line for motionless and white tickets. We called it a night. We did our per usual, sent reels, sent TikToks back and forth, right? That we do that per usual. Oh, we're going to bed. Fucking liar. But I sent her the innuendo. And I was like, I literally texted her, hey, I wrote it. And I literally told her, I swear to God, I thought about that for 10 minutes. Haha. Okay. Night. I think she was making her own content for today, what she had posted today, because she was up.
Dude, I have like 13 drafts in my thing at any one time.
That's when you called me because you sent me the 2 drafts.
Yeah. And
I had said, hey, I sent you a prompt for your barbecue, and that's when she called me. And then we were on the phone for another like 45 minutes. It was definitely 4 a.m.
Yeah, and then I tried to get off the phone. No, I think we were on the phone till like 2:30, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get off the phone. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, that's
and then I got off the phone, and then I was like sending him shit, and it's just funny. And I was like, I have to call him back. And then we ended up not getting off the phone till like 3:30.
Well, I had told her too. I had already fucked myself for drinking a rain at like 9:45 last night. And she was like, you're not going to go to bed, are you? I'm like, I'm so glad you know me well enough that I fucked myself by drinking a rain.
I was like, you're not going to sleep.
Nope, I was fucking up. And then she calls me 8:30 on the dot when her alarm went up. I'm like, man.
I was like, you got to get up. We got concert tickets to grab. And thank God, dude. Thank God. Because I had all my shit set up because we have to like go into like, if you've never bought tickets through Access, you have to like go and like get the code to get like row because they were trying to get rows 2 through 4, and you have to have like a code to get into there, and it's like because it's non-transferable tickets, so you're fighting other fans for those seats. They're not bots, and because they're non-transferable tickets, but everybody's trying to get in there, and all of my like devices crashed, all of them trying to get into that site. So thankfully, Mike was able to get in and secure our 4th row tickets.
Yep.
So
we got 4th row, motionless and white up at Red Rocks. It's a great lineup. It really is. And I didn't realize the band before Motionless in White. I really like them too. So it'll be two solid bands in my opinion. I haven't heard the first two, so I gotta do some homework before the August show. And
Isn't Are We Kings on there too?
yeah,
I've
they're
seen
the
them.
second to open.
Yeah, I've seen them live. I
Yeah,
saw
I have
them.
I have not seen them.
I think I saw them when I think they played with they came with Falling in Reverse.
Okay.
Yeah. It was either Falling in Reverse. Was it Falling in Reverse or was it Rise Against? They came with one of those bands that I saw because I've seen them live before. I just don't remember who they were with. So what happens when you go to so many concerts in a year? You're like,
yeah, I got some homework to do on that bill for Motionless in White, but we got some fucking solid shows. This is literally the year of the concert, and I don't think we're gonna fucking fulfill fucking all year, like because we're going to Rockville in July.
My list is super fuck.
We got Rockville in July.
My list is so fucking like long.
Shit.
Because when I was younger, I always wanted to go to concerts, and I'd have like, like I'm not even talking about like teens, but like even more so when I was like a young adult. But it's like I didn't have anyone to go with, or I didn't have the finances, or like I, just all kinds of excuses. And now that I'm like in my 30s, I'm like, fuck that, I'm fucking going.
Yep.
Because there's like one of the bands I always wanted to see growing up was System of a Down. And of course they don't tour anymore. But I was like, dude, I still, if I ever find out they're doing a comeback tour, like take my fucking money now. I don't care. Charge it. We'll figure it out later. Adulting.
We'll bounce a check somewhere.
But dude, I found out that Akon and Neo are touring.
Yes.
And I they're not coming to Colorado. I checked.
No. Yeah,
and I was just like, damn, dude, because if they were, I was about to fucking spend money on those tickets too.
Dude, if T-Pain ever does a tour too.
Isn't he coming to the Tequila Festival?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's coming to that Tacos and Tequila Festival.
Yep, I forgot. Yep, we're doing that too.
Let me buy you a drink. I like T-Pain.
I always play bartender for Cher Bear. I always play that because they got touch tunes at her bar, and I always play that.
Do they have touch tunes? Don't tell me that.
Yeah. Yeah, I easily drop 50 on credits.
You know what? No. You know what? I'm troll on that shit. You know what I do? I'll drop 50 on that credits on that shit too, and it'll be nothing but Nickelback.
Drunk me probably would have sang along. I mean, I'd still sing along. Fuck that. Hell yeah, I love Nickelback.
Look at that photograph.
Look at that photograph.
Every time I do it, makes me laugh. we are on the wrong part of the song.
We are not on the correct part.
We are not in sync on that. I have a friend. Okay, I have a friend who she's like, she loves Nickelback. And I actually don't mind. I actually don't mind Nickelback. I just think it's funny that everyone likes to fucking hate on Nickelback. Yeah. But like, I don't know what Cards of Humanity expansion pack I got that had a Nickelback like.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Card in it. And it was funny because whenever we would play together, like when I used to have game night when I was married. Where like I'd have friends come over and we'd like play games, and I would cook dinner for everybody, and we can't play card games and all kinds of shit. But every time she'd come over to do game night, I would pull that card out, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
The fuck, dude?
She's like, "Who put this card in here?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know." That's crazy. But no, it'd be a good year. I mean, last year I went to I think I went to 7 different shows last year. In variety of music, because I really do like everything. And even people are like, it's so cliche. I'm like, no, I really do. Like my playlist is very ADHD. We can go from Martin Garrix to fucking Subtronics to Jason Aldean to Taylor Swift to fucking Eminem. We're just all over the spectrum. That's why everyone's like, hey, you don't like my music. I'm like, you'd be surprised. I'll get down to fucking bluegrass. I'll get on to classical and shit.
Classical actually low-key slaps. Just the emotion behind classical music.
I know.
Some of my favorite workouts were done to Beethoven and Bach. They're just so emotional behind just classical music. It's symphony.
You and Jared.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
I want to send him that violin version of the Sleep
should.
Token because I think he'd really geek over that.
My 425 deadlift back when I was actually in shape in the military was done to Bach. Can't remember what it was, but just when that symphony hit, I lifted at the same time. Boom.
My
Fucking
crash outs are done to
nailed it.
symphonies.
Yeah, too valid. Fucking valid.
Put a symphony on and crash the fuck out.
Fucking valid.
Feels very iconic when I do it.
Yes. Yes. Very raw emotion
Mhm.
with classical music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
Now everything's done by AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. My brother, he was like, I guess that's why he canceled his Spotify account because he was like,
'Cause they allow it,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is actually getting rid of all the AI bullshit. They're deleting channels that are strictly AI.
Yeah, because it's like becoming an issue. There was like a whole news story out on it how
Mhm.
like they're like AI music and stuff like that has been it's taking away from the actual artists in the industry.
Right.
So, and now I have to like when I hear a new band, I have to like research like is this a legit band or is this AI? I have to look.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's this band I found, but I think it actually might be AI when I was doing research and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm like, I'm gonna have to delete that song from my playlist. But I like that song.
God damn it.
Somebody, an actual band, take this song and remake it, please. Just the lyrics are good. But anyways.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So Mike's had a very. I feel like your life is like my multiverse is just keeps like morphing into your life. Like I don't know how to explain that. Like it's just like spider webbing.
My Marvel TV shows on Netflix are now intertwining with the actual your Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
got like the Thor or the Loki timeline streamlining in to your Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because I was very much running solo episodes by myself until like this week.
He's like
very much.
Somehow he got fully invested into my fucking web of bullshit, like lore and shit like that. Like, cause like I don't even know how he got here either. Cause I'm like, I'm sure when Mike met me, he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do a podcast with you. Yeah, your lore, whatever." I'm sure you never expected for you to get interwebbed into it.
No. Fuck no.
And here we are.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to give the actual background.
I mean, you can. It's a touch on what we episode 7s. When we had kind of how talked about some of those people.
Yeah, so
that's what I'll let you tell you what happened this past week, and then I'll kind of divulge from there.
Yeah, so if anybody remembers, we had 2 individuals that are from this 5-year-old scenario. If you guys haven't watched that episode, you guys are going to need to go back to it. Oh, sorry.
You're good. Episode 7.
Yeah, the one that had just posted today as of, Friday, February 4th. So if you haven't watched episode 7, you need to go back and watch it to get the background. So I'm not going to go back into that background because that's going to take entirely way too long to re-explain. So basically those 2 people, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, essentially came back on, what was that, Monday? So, because I was sick Tuesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yes.
It was Wednesday.
So it was Wednesday because they did not come in on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday, the girlfriend walked into the gym like she owned the place, high stepping like nothing was wrong. She goes, "Hi, Mike. How are you?" And I'm like,
keep in mind, before any of this even happened, we had like the ton of like digested and like talked through like last week's episode and all that, everything that happened. And I had told Mike, I said, and I think I even made a comment in episode 7. I said, "Oh no, she's either A, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't come back in at all, or B, if she does." And this, I think I made this comment off record. I was like, if she comes back in there, it's going to be.
You said it afterwards. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if she came back in because I know them well enough to know how they move. And I said, just know that any interaction going forward is not, it's going to be nefarious. It is going to be 100% nefarious.
Yes. Yes. And so also last Friday I had said it was either they were.
I was going to say, and then we had divulged about like the background. And I said, I put money on it that because the way she's moving and the way she's acting, I am the topic of conversation still at their table every Sunday because they have like a little like family get together every Sunday because I know their entire family and I know them very well. And I guarantee you, I am the topic of conversation every fucking Sunday. And I probably have not, it's not, it's probably more so prevalent recently because of the recent sightings of me and like run-ins with me like at the gym and at the movie theaters and stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, like I don't know why the universe keeps putting me in front of you guys, but I'm just living my life. I don't interact. I don't I once again the whole phrase of like if you wanna just be dismissive and you wanna go ahead and tell me that I'm broken and you wanna tell me like you don't want me in your life, okay, fine. Then I will treat you like somebody I used to know. AKA I don't look your way. I don't think about you. I don't dwell over you. I don't none of that. Like you're who? Who?
Right.
I see you in public. I'm not gonna fucking like mean mug you and I'm not
Right.
gonna fucking like try to have a conversation with you. Like, who are you?
Right.
You have no significance to me in my life anymore.
Yep.
So with that being said, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So again, I had given the girlfriend the free personal training session the Friday before. She tried to nitpick all that info. Monday,
we didn't even talk about that on the last seven. No,
okay.
episode 7 didn't
So
go
then
that.
I
It was
do,
very,
I
very
do
general.
need. Okay, I do need to. So the Friday before, right? They had the girlfriend had a free personal training session that's offered with every membership, regardless of if you're a guest, which she is on her boyfriend's account. She's still eligible for this free workout. So I took her through it on Friday. You know, she was timid first. She was receptive to the workouts first. And then she tried nitpicking information about, Lani.
Which prior, when he told me that she signed up, I told him, I said, she's not actually there to fucking work out with you, Mike. She wants to fucking know information on me. And he goes, I mean, well, I'm like, well, I don't remember what your response was. Like, kind of like, well, she's not going to get shit. I was like, I know, but I'm just letting you know, like, where she's coming from. It's not because she, like, legitimately wants to fucking work out or wants a fucking fitness plan. She's only doing it because she's going to try to she's going to probably either A, test the waters and, like, see what information she can divulge from you. And then Mike was like, no, I think if anything, she's going to come out fucking swinging if she's going to do that.
And in which we were both correct in that.
Yeah.
So she came out. Well, first, like I said, the beginning of the workout was typical standard. Hey, we're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. Didn't really say anything. And then immediately she goes, so how do you know Lani? So I told her, hey, she came in as a guest, blah, 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 under her best friend's account. Just started talking. We hit it off. And so she had left it at that. So again, testing waters. She left it at that. We did the set. We did leg extensions. We moved over. We moved over to the seated hamstring curls. And at that point, she was like, "Well, do you know Lani drinks?" I was like, "No," but again, we're not here to discuss that. We're going to work out. Like, I'm not. Whatever. Like, we're not doing that. So shut it down once. So didn't say anything else after that. And second, we moved on to the third, and she kept going, right? And it got to the point where she's like, well, Lani drinks. Do you know that? Like, Lani got shit faced at my sister's wedding. Did you know that? She kept going, right? And so at this point, this is the third time we're over at the felt area. We're doing walking lunges. Well, we were not at this point, like we're supposed to be doing walking lunges, but again, at this third point in time, I was like, look, we're not doing this. Like, I know who Lani is as a person. She doesn't drink. She hasn't had a drink since her birthday. I'm completely sober. I'm a recovering alcoholic. She keeps me on the straight and narrow, and she helps me through my recovery. Answer number one, her face was just disgust. And then two, I'm like, I don't really know what your contact is. Oh, well, first, before that, she was like, well, are you guys dating? And so at this point, too, I was like, yeah, we're dating. Like, okay, cool. That was the second conversation.
At this point, I told Mike, I was like, yeah, just say the most outlandish shit to her.
I'm like, at this point, it doesn't matter. Because I'm like, yeah, we're dating. Cool, whatever. Again, we're not here to do this. I'm here to give you your workout. I'm here to give you a good program. Whether or not you're here for to purchase personal training from me, that's it. So that was the second shutdown. And so again, the third time, she's going in on your drinking, the past at her sister's wedding, all of this. And so I told her, and then so the first point was like, no, she hasn't had a drink. She helps me in my recovery. She's sober. I'm sober. Like, she has helped me out. Like, again, I put you on a pedestal, but it wasn't outlandish. I literally outlined everything that you've done for me within this friendship. Second point was that, and then I was like, two, I don't know what your contact info is like with her, like your how often you reach out, but like Lani is literally dedicated to the gym, her health and fitness. Every time, the minimal time that she has without her children, she is in the gym Monday through Friday. And in doing so, when she goes in the morning, when she gets her personal training sessions in, it in turn motivates me to get up, go to the gym early, and I work out 5 days a week because she motivates me, because she goes every single day. And so that in turn motivates me to go, because I see her doing this, the very limited time that she has without her kids, she's dedicating that to health and fitness. And again, just that absolute look of disgust. And I'm like, we're done talking about this. This is the third and final time we're talking. And so she goes, ugh, just absolutely disgusted, didn't like anything that I was saying, because again, like, you're not gonna do that. Like, I don't care. You're not doing it. So we finished the walking lunges, all this other stuff. And so I'm like, okay, cool. There's our hour. We're done. And so she beelined it right down. She beat me downstairs before I could even get there. And so again, the free workout is also a sales pitch. You present the prices for the personal training, this, that, and the third. So when I get there, when I get to the front desk, she just beelines it out of there. Like, I was like, okay, well, whatever. And her boyfriend, again, he's actually there the whole time, and he's within area of us every single time we moved machines. He was within a certain distance. You could tell that he was either trying to watch what was going to happen, or he just wanted to make sure the workout was going to go the way it, boyfriend stuff. But she got out of there so fast, he didn't even realize we were done. Like, he didn't come down for like another 15-20 minutes. And mind you, we have a lobby. You walk in and you have to walk up a set of stairs to get to the weight room. So he's walking down the stairs and he's like, where's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dog, she went to the locker room, got her stuff, and left. And he was like, fuck. So like, he went to the men's locker room, got his jacket, got his bag. I was like, all right, man, have a good night. Nothing. Didn't turn around, no acknowledgement, nothing. Just gone. So that was that Friday. So I come to work on Monday, didn't see him. I got sick Tuesday with whatever weird bug is going around right now. It took me out for the full day, so I called out. Wednesday, come back. They come back in. She came in, high stepping, like nothing was wrong. Hi, Mike, how are you? And I'm like, ooh. I mean, it took me off guard for a split second, but I could tell just how fake she was being. So I was telling Lani, like, if you were there, But I met her with that fake energy. I was like, "Hey, girl, how are you? How are you feeling? How was the workout?" She's like, "Oh my god, my back and my legs, they were sore." Like, I was like, "We didn't even do back. We did core and legs." But okay, cool. That means like you have.
That means you improperly lifted.
Yeah, I was gonna say that means like either I wasn't doing my job and correcting your form, or you have horrible back erector muscles. Like, I don't fucking know.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard to like correct someone's form when she's like grilling you about like.
Oh, at that point, yes, absolutely. I was like,
you're like,
can we just
speed it along? I don't even give a shit about your form. Like, I need you just
we
to.
need to just wrap this shit up. But she was like, "Oh yeah, I was sore all weekend. That was one of the better workouts." And in front of her man goes, "I love working out with him, but like working out with you, I've never felt that sore before." And this man's face got beet red, and I was like, "Oh my god, why would you say that?" But why would you say? So the next thing out of her mouth, again, she took over this whole conversation. This was all her from A to B, front to finish. She goes, "So have you kissed her yet?" And I'm like, like I'm standing there like, and goes, "Hey, like why?" Like, the whole like embarrassed reaction. And she admits, she's like, "Well, I've seen your guys' posts, and like you guys are just so super adorable together." And I'm like, this is super inappropriate. I'm not talking about this. And so her man is like, "Bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't think she was gonna say that."
Keep in mind the whole comment of "I've seen your guys' posts," but when she saw me in the gym and when she's seen me like around like 2 times before that in the gym, she mean mugged the fuck out of me. Like I was lifting with Mike one time when they were in there, and she dead ass did not lift a fucking weight
the whole time
and just stared and
time.
scoffed and was talking shit about me to her boyfriend the entire time.
The whole time.
And I was just in my own little zone, but Mike was like, it made him feel uncomfortable, but he was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, okay, so here's the lore, because if this is going to be a thing, then they go to the gym here, like eventually. And then this is when I told him straight up, it was the first time I said, eventually she is going to come up to you and corner you about me. And sure shit, because I said, because I know people, I know patterns and pattern recognition, and I know how people fucking move. So this is the whole Mike's like, close your fucking third eye.
Close it. But yeah, so he profusely apologized. He walked off to the locker room to put, their stuff up. Anyways, but she is like prances off into the lobby like she was hot shit. We just like, what did you gain from that? Whatever, but that's how she was acting. That's how she was moving. And then, she moseyed upstairs, like she had just like mic dropped on everybody, but I was like, okay. So like while they're up there, and mind you too, by like Wednesday, the gym dies down, right? Monday is going to be like your busiest day. We have most of our classes in the evening. Everybody's in there. So traffic is high Monday, and then it just plummets. Like you saw tonight, there was nobody in there. And they start arguing. They start bickering. I can hear her man go, "You're going to go downstairs and apologize," and her whiny voice, "I'm not doing that." And at this point too, it was, quiet enough in the gym. So like the lobby it's an open lobby, right? Glass ceiling up on top. So when it's quiet enough, your voice will carry because it's going to echo all across that gym, and you can hear people way in the back just because of how the sound travels in that gym. Like when her and C were in there over,
that's how we met. That's how me and Mike met, because me and one of my friends used to go. I would go with her to lift there, and we would get like, it was sometimes the gym was dead, and we would go at night, and we would be so obnoxious and so feral in there. And Mike could hear us, and we had no knowledge that he was listening to our fucking
the whole time.
What is it? what is it you heard us say one time?
Oh, you guys were like, well, that was when you guys were like right above the desk.
Yeah, I think when I think we were doing chest presses.
Yeah, you guys were doing the incline chest presses, but the times that you guys were, it was just both of y'all hyena laughing. Like that's what I can hear. Like both of them hyena laughing. I'm like, that's her and Lani. Like I can fucking hear this shit. But that's how dead ass quiet it was. And they were nowhere near the fence. They were like towards. I know you guys were on the cable machines, but like not in the first set.
Yeah.
You guys were like either in the middle or the end. But you know, they were getting louder and more aggressive towards each other to the point where like other members were like leaning over the railing and were like, bro, are you gonna come up here and do your fucking job? And so like by the third time somebody had like help us up here. And I was like, all right. I was like, okay. So as I was starting to get up, she flies down the stairs just like she had done on Friday and left. Mind you, her coat, her stuff was with her man in the men's locker room. Because that's what he just takes her stuff and, you know, they meet and leave. And again, and all of this too was in a span of 45 minutes. They came in at 8:00 on the dot, and both of them were gone by 8:45. And when I finally sent you that voice note, it was literally not even a full 10 minutes after they had left.
Yeah.
So it was within the hour all of this shit happened. So her man comes down and he just vomits at the mouth. Everything that Lani had clocked. Everything that she had known, literally to the T, this man had said everything that Lani had already known. And it was just, and he, you know, again, he profusely apologized, but, you know, again, the whole Sunday dinner thing, Lani, since the last time, what was that? Since you were there when you had got Sonic with, since then she has been a topic, and that was pretty much in December before the new year.
Yeah.
But all January, every Sunday, Lani has been a topic of conversation to the point where her man the Sunday prior was like, because my name got dragged into it because we found out, he divulged to me that it's their mother that's running the show, that's trying to get her to get information about Lani from me. And it got to the point where her man was like, this dude just works at the gym. He has nothing to do with what is going on.
From 4 years ago. Keep in mind, this is 4-year-old beef.
Yep. And he, you know, finally got fed up and was like, dude, this man just works at the gym. He has nothing to do with this. This needs to end. But again, the following Sunday, the sister had said the same thing. It's like, this is getting old. We have been talking about this for a month straight every time we get together. But everything that Lani had already talked about, already knew was going to happen, everything that to the T that this man was saying, she thought she was going to say, was said. So, yep. So that was that Wednesday.
I just think I just like the whole the whole thing is like this individual who's going in here and that he's talking about, that's having his interactions with her. The relationship and the friendship wasn't even with her. It was with one of her family members. And like, that's the crazy part, is like, after that family member told me that they didn't want to be friends with me anymore, I said, I showed Mike the receipts. I read Mike and I showed Mike the last conversation that we had and that she sent me, my reply, all of it. I still have all those receipts. And I showed Mike and he was like, the fuck?
And that was something else too, because again, I was trying to cliff note this, but that was something else that he had directly asked me, is like, what do you actually know? And I told him about you showing me the last conversation. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, yes, I have I was like, your chick has zero idea how much I actually know, and I have actually seen the very last conversations, the thread of her sister and Lani. Like, I've seen it, and that took him by surprise.
Yeah, because I think that I firmly believe that their mom, and then the sister that I have, like that we had a relationship with, that ended, like are trying to change the narrative. They're trying to control the narrative of what's going on, which I don't understand why. Because it's like, it's not like I'm trying over here trying to like be part of your family anymore. Like, you said what you said. You said you didn't want a relationship with me, and I said okay, I can respect that, and I did.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there was no further communication. There was no like me bad mouthing, nothing like that. Like, we weren't friends on social media anymore. I respected the space. I respected what you said. I don't agree with that. Like, you called me fucking broken. Like, okay, bitch, but we know whatever. That, because it's fucked up. You don't get to tell. Like, I was going, like, literally when this happened, I had my ex-husband had moved out. We were in legal separation. I was going through that dark place. Yes, I got very, very intoxicated at her wedding, and it was like, I apologized. I was so embarrassed, and I had called her the next day, and I had apologized, and she had told me, it's not a big deal. Like, you're funny. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not mad. I love, like, you're just the funniest person to be around when you drink, because you're just so funny, blah, 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 blah. Like, would you fucking gaslight me to making me feel like it wasn't that big of a deal? But it clearly was, because here we are 3-4 years later, and it's being talked about how a hot mess I was, and all this shit, and how my drinking was a problem. But you didn't give a fuck enough about me to fucking tell me and send me a text message when I was going through a dark place. And I, like I said, I read Mike the fucking messages, and I was literally begging her for a bare minimum effort. And I was very, very clear in those messages of, I am not okay. I am in a dark place right now. I need you to be a really good friend right now, and I need you to pour into me. I need XYZ. I need you to show up for me. I need this from you right now. I'm sorry if it's me being very selfish, but I need to be selfish right now because I am struggling mentally really, really badly right now. Like, I was begging her for bare minimum friendship effort. And she replied back with, it's not my responsibility to fix you. This relationship has run its course.
And then the conversation with that too was just deflection. Before she had even ended that friendship,
the entire conversation,
every paragraph was zero acknowledgement, and she made it about her. Well, I think I'm a good friend. I think I'm showing up for you the best that I can. It was all about her. Zero accountability and zero acknowledgement from anything that you had said before that final paragraph of, we need to end this friendship. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna fix you, or whatever the fuck she had said. I don't give a fuck about that. But that whole conversation was deflection after deflection after deflection after deflection. There was no acknowledgement, and there was no ownership of how she was making Lani feel throughout that whole conversation.
So, like I said, like, I respected the boundaries, and I said, okay, type shit. So I literally, like, this goes back to the conversations we've had before about, like, how do you sit there and say you care about me as a friend and all this shit, and like, I love you, I care about you, I have your back no matter what, but when I'm going through shit, and I literally had nobody. That's like, like that. A lot of people want to, like, oh yeah, me and Mike vibe and shit like that. Like, me, yeah, no, it's not just that. Like, we relate a lot, because when Mike was going through his alcoholism and at one of his lowest points, he, like, the amount of people, when you were so fucking low and you are going through it, the amount of people that will abandon you and leave you after they fucking said, oh, I care about you. Oh, you're my friend. Oh, I've always got you. I've always got you. I got you. And then they fucking are so quick to fucking piece the fuck out when being there for me requires actual effort.
Yep.
Like, you're only there for me when it doesn't require fucking effort. You're only there for me when it's not it's convenient for you. That means you genuinely do not give a fuck about me.
Yep.
Because that's not what it means to be a friend.
Yep.
So like, I empathize. I obviously I'm non-alcoholic, and I will never know to the extent that Mike has been through it, but I empathize a lot with that. And that's where I was. I had my, yes, I know my drinking was out of control. I apologize for that. I know that I was making choices that were not the best. But like I said, this was a time when I was like going through a dark, dark, dark place, and I was just trying to make it to tomorrow. Was leaning on alcohol the best decision? No, absolutely not. But I'm also like in therapy and healing again, and I'm sober and all this other shit. And that's he didn't divulge the fact that like the boyfriend had told him that the mom was sitting there with with the other family members saying, "Oh, I doubt that she's sober," and because of the way she was drinking, and then that he talking about Mike is just probably there because he's trying to fuck her.
Yeah. Like I said, I tried to cliff note that whole thing as best as I could, but yeah, that was something that she had said. Like,
and this is a grown ass woman, by the way.
Yep.
A grown ass woman with fucking kids and grandkids who's fucking coming at me and talking about me on her Sunday family dinner. Like, it's the Lord's Day.
Oh my God, I completely forgot this part too. So, like I had said, I divulged to both of them that I'm a recovering alcoholic, right? I said that to both.
Yeah.
And so again, too, just to backtrack, her man came up to me weeks prior to that by himself.
So Mike has been approached multiple times by this point. Times.
Once by him, twice by her. But the other thing is, too, that she had told the whole Sunday dinner, the only reason why we're also friends, too, is because you yourself at one point were broken and you're trying to fix somebody else, which is the exact contradiction of what her daughter said to you.
Yeah.
So it was those two statements. Is like, well, he's trying to fuck her, and then the only reason they're friends is because she's trying to fix him because he's also broken because she was broken herself at one point. Yeah.
If you're a bitter ass bitch, just say that and be bitter somewhere else, because bitter people don't bitter people don't like bitches that are better than them. That's why they're bitter.
Yep. Dude, she's literally the case of misery loves company. She's fucking miserable.
All of them are.
All of them are fucking miserable.
Like, and it's interesting because like everyone's like, oh, well, why were you friends with her for so long if like blah 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 blah. And I explained this to Mike. I said, I didn't realize the dynamic of the situation and their family unit until after I was so far removed from it, because I was fucking friends with another relative. I was very, very close with another relative. And this relative didn't give a fuck and shared a lot of information and a lot of like would answer phone calls and would put her family members on speaker while I was in the room. And I heard firsthand the things that were coming out of people's mouths about me, the way that they talked to each other, and all of it. When I was friends with the close friends for years with the sister, she was very, very good and manipulative of not disclosing certain things and only giving me certain insight and narratives that she wanted me to see about her family unit. Which I get it, like that's her family, but to me, it's very manipulative because I'm over here thinking like, oh, there's such a close-knit family, this and all that. Like, it's like shit that I was like, oh, I want that for myself, my family. Like, I wish I would have had that when growing up, blah, 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 love that. And then like being removed from it and then seeing the veil be like ripped and seeing the true colors of everybody by seeing and hearing and knowing all the information I know, I'm like, dude, you guys fucking run your family like a fucking cult. It's do what we say or get fucking like X'd.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me. It's wild and it's weird behavior. And the fact that none of them think that what they're doing with having her come in there and having her corner you, The fact that I'm a topic of conversation at a table I no longer sit at, the fact that this grown ass woman who is a fucking mom and grandma is like bumping her gums about me. Why am I so relevant to you? Why are you so fucking worried about what I'm fucking doing? Why do you fucking care so much? You didn't give a fuck about me when I was going through my dark times. You didn't give a fuck about me when you guys all thought that I was broken. Fuck you if you guys ever see this, by the way, because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not fucking broken. I never was broken.
You're my best friend.
Like, people are allowed to go through fucking, like, going through a motherfucking divorce is a fucking hard thing to fucking go through. Like, any fucking like therapist and person will tell you that is a literal life-changing event because you are grieving. You literally grieve the loss of something. It is the same symptoms and notions of somebody dying.
Mm-hmm.
It is psychologically proven that you go through the same grieving patterns.
Yeah.
And what did you all do? You guys, you fucking abandoned me, but like, why do you give a fuck? Why do you care? Why do you care now? You said what you said. You didn't want me in your lives. I said, okay, respect that shit. I fucking went. I bettered myself. I'm sober. I lost a bunch of weight, which, by the way, because even the boyfriend I made a comment to you because he was like, yeah, dude, she's lost so much weight. Like when last time I saw her at the wedding, she was like a much bigger girl.
Yep.
And he's like, well, yeah, it's because she goes to the gym and she takes care of herself and she's on her fitness and all that.
Yep.
And it's like anything positive that has been said about me, they're just like, nope, have something negative to say about it. And it's like, but like I said, it all comes back to like, why do you fucking care? Why do you care so much what I'm doing? Why do you care? Why do you care if I'm drinking, if I'm sober, if I'm in the gym, if I'm on my diet plans, where I lay my pussy at night, who I'm fucking, what I'm doing with my life, if I'm broken or not broken? Why do you care? I'm not a factor in your life. I have no ties with you or your family. So why do you fucking care?
Well, like I've said, I think it's just always
They're
easier.
fucking bored.
Well, bored, but it's always easier to just be negative. It's always easier to kick somebody when they're down. It's always easier.
I mean, good luck. I'm not down. I'm pretty up and high. I mean, I did that shit without you guys. Yeah. Like, if anything, like that was the best thing to happen to me because I fucking realized that I had people that were sitting at my table that should have never been there to begin with. Mm-hmm. That's all you did is you removed yourself from my life for the better. Mm-hmm. And I don't fucking regret. And I did when it first happened. I was very sad about it. But now I'm like, fuck no. Because now that I see the other side of the coin, I'm like, hell fucking. If I would have known everything I know now back then, I would have never even. I would have cut all of you out my life so fucking fast. So fucking fast.
Yeah.
Because it's like, me and Mike had discussed it. And I was like, when I was friends with them, and I look back in retrospect, I'm like, how many conversations were had about me when I thought we were cool and kosher and everything was all good that were negative and them talking shit about me because of how comfortable they are doing it now. Yes. How many conversations was I not in the room for that they fucking like.
And that was my bit of advice, but that was my little advice
to the boyfriend,
to him. Yeah. At the end, I'm like, if you're not picking up the pieces yet, if you see how easy it is for them to be doing and saying these things about Lani, what makes you think that they're not doing it about you? And that was like it was like the second to last thing I said to him. You know, he didn't really respond. He was like, oh yeah. So I don't know if he processed it. I don't know if he took that, but that was legit.
And the crazy part about it is like, I know a lot more than they think I know about their family. I know everybody. And I told Mike everything. Because I said, now I feel like I have to tell you everything. And I divulged everything. Every little dirty little secret. Yep. Everyone's moving all weird. How this person was like doing this with that person. And all the different moving parts. And Mike's like, are you serious? I'm like, yup. Like, I know way more than any of them think that I know.
Yeah, because part of that too was he had divulged that the one relative that you were close with after the fallout, he had told me that it's like yeah, she's been wanting to reach out to Lani for like the last month. She knows she can't, but she's and I told him too, is like, yeah, Lani told me she started looking at her shit again. Like, I know, like, because too, like, since Lani is no longer in that relative's life anymore, the boyfriend had pretty much replaced Lani, so now they talk amongst themselves. And so she had divulged to the boyfriend, it's like, I want to reach out to her, but I know I can't because God forbid somebody finds out and then I'm going to lose XYZ. And so in turn,
In which I had already told Mike, because Mike had asked me when I had divulged everything like a month ago to him. He was like, well, like, like if she were to reach out, like, like, would you like want to have a conversation? And I said, here's the thing. I don't have any ill feelings towards her. Like, I understand why she did what she did. I understand why she pulled away. I understand why she stopped hitting me up, and I don't have any hate towards her. I get the position she's in, and I'll never put her in a compromising position because I'll never ask her to choose me over her family, and I'll never ask her. Like, I get it. I get the dynamic now. Like, I saw what I needed to see, and I fully, firmly understand it, which is why I've never reached out to her, because I'm like, I get it. It sucks because we were really good friends. We were better friends than me and her sister ever were. Like, we have an understanding that's on another different kind of level. And there's never any judgment for anything that one of us says or does. But like, so I get that, but I'm like, at the same time, respectfully, while I can understand the dynamic, doesn't mean that I have to accept it for myself. And I don't accept it because I don't want people in my life and in my circle that don't have the fucking balls to stand up for me in rooms that I am not in. If you were going to be in my life and you were going to be a friend to me, that includes like when I am not in the room to defend myself, that is on you to be a good friend to defend me. AKA, if your fucking family has a problem with you hanging out with me when I've done nothing wrong to any of them, so stop acting like I'm over there fucking like I killed a family member or like, like that's the crazy part is like I can understand if I was like an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or some shit, but I was like, no, dude, I was just a fucking friend. Like, that's wild work that you all are moving like this over a friendship. Crazy. But I'm like, I don't want people like that at my table because you showed me where you stand. Like, you're not gonna fucking back me. You're not gonna fucking stand up for me. If you can't tell your family, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna have her in my life as a friend, and if you don't fucking like it, then oh fucking well, then that I get why she can't, and that's the choice she made, but doesn't mean that I have to accept that into my life and have to accept that. Like, I know who I am. I don't have to prove shit to nobody. I know I'm on my goals. I know I'm being successful, and I know I'm going to continue to be successful in my therapy and what I do in life, and also being sober. I don't need to fucking prove anything to any of them. And I choose who gets to have access to me because it's a motherfucking privilege to be in my life. And you took that for granted. Obviously you know it too because you're still all obsessed with me, which is crazy.
Yep. Yeah, and again too, like, because we have talked about this whole situation pretty much all week, and it's just mind-boggling that you're gonna try to get information, whether or not they know our exact proximity to each other. It doesn't fucking matter. If you even just want to look at it as an employee to a member standard, why on God's green earth do you think I'm going to turn around and talk about a member in here? Granted, you're a guest, but whatever. But why do you think I would personally talk about somebody who comes into my gym regularly? Like, that here on planet Earth, like, that is not how that works.
And I told Mike, I said the reason why they're so comfortable with it is because they do it to each other. They do it to everybody. And like it's just they enable each other's toxicity. And none of them, because they enable each other's toxicity, is why none of them think that what they're doing is inappropriate and weird. Like, we're all grown ass adults, and none of you guys think that it's fucking weird what you're doing, it's fucking weirdo energy, weirdo behavior. Like, and the crazy thing about it is like, Mike, before all this shit happened in the last like month and a half, I haven't thought about that fucking family and in that whole situation in years. Because you're not relative to me anymore. You're not significant to me. So why are you trying to make yourself significant again? Like, once again, the sister that's going in there and that's cornering you, by the way, never even had a conversation with me about anything. When her sister told her, we're not friends anymore, and she sent me that text message, she immediately deleted and blocked me off everything. And that's when I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, so my relationship with all of you depends on my relationship with her. Like, I thought we each had individual friendships and relationships, because that's what it was told to me, is that I'm individually friends with each of them. But apparently not. So apparently I was wrong in that. And I get the whole, oh, have your family's back kind of bullshit. But like, for you to like now go, when you chose to fucking, along with your sister, end our friendship, to go into corner somebody who is in close proximity to me, corner them about me and my life and what I'm doing. It's weird. It's weird ass weirdo energy. You're fucking weird.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what he had said. It's like, bro, he just works at the gym. He has nothing to do with what's going on between anybody's beef that's 4 years old. Like, he just works at the gym, and he had brought that up.
And that's the weird part, is like, there wasn't even any, like, there's not even really beef. They all have one side of beef against me, but it's like, but what's the beef? What's the beef?
It's not Wagyu. Wagyu's
like,
good.
She said she didn't want to be friends with me anymore. I said, okay. I said, well, because I'm on a thought process right now. I know.
Let her
He's
cook.
not Wagyu.
Let her cook.
Because I'm like, you said you didn't want to be friends with me anymore. I said, okay. I said, I respect that. And then we went our separate ways. So what is the fucking issue? What is the beef here? What is the problem here?
I guarantee it's because you didn't give them the reaction that they wanted. Was the begging, was the no, don't leave me, all that shit that comes with, I guarantee you that's what it is.
I'm sorry.
You simply just respected what they wanted.
God forbid a bitch respects boundaries.
Dude, like, for real.
Even at my most broken, like, I don't even call it broken, because I wasn't fucking broken.
Lowest.
Even at my lowest part of my life, one of the lowest parts of my life, I still had the fucking mental sense and self-awareness to respect your motherfucking boundaries. So where's the fucking beef coming from, is what I want to know. Like, what is the issue here? What is the issue with me? Because really, as far as the way I see it, you sent me the message. I said, okay, type shit, respect that. Went our separate ways. There should be none of this should be even happening right now. None of this going into the gym, giving me dirty fucking looks, fucking talking about me at your fucking dinner table with your fucking hater ass fucking headquarters bullshit meetings you have every Sunday. None of it should be happening. The fucking going in there and cornering Mike at his fucking job about me, like, none of this should be happening. Because I respected the boundary. We went our separate ways. So once, like, what is the problem? What is the problem here? Because the only conclusion I can come to is that you guys are all fucking bitter ass miserable bitches, and that's what you're doing, because you just, like, misery loves company, and so you're fucking bored with your bored ass pathetic lives, and you're sitting there and being miserable, that you want to fucking try to come and drag me down. It's like, okay, good luck. I'm living my best life. I'm over here. I'm in the gym. I'm hitting my goals. I've clearly lost the weight, because the boyfriend even said it. Like, I'm doing what I need to do and take care of my kids.
Yep.
Like, I'm sober. I don't need to prove to you I'm sober, because who the fuck are you to me? fucking weird ass shit. And I told Mike, I said, yeah, because they got fucking, because it was lightly touched on episode 7. That shit came full circle once again. That's what I was saying. Like, we need to start talking about shit. Like, we're gonna win the fucking lotto, dude. Fucking Bill Murray's gonna see you and he's gonna be like, oh my God, I recognize you. Come up on stage. Let's be BFFs. Michael, like, here's my number. Call me anytime.
That'd be
That's what's gonna
sick.
happen. I'm gonna start talking positive shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, once that sign, something's gonna formulate from that sign too. By the way, like whether it's gonna be a direct shout out,
dude, it's gonna go like viral.
It's gonna go viral.
IG. That'd be my first 1 mil. That'd be kind of dope.
That would actually be. Speaking of 1 mil, you were well on your way.
A million
here, a millionaire.
But, and then on top of that, it's just been like I said, like a whirlwind of 48 hours. Because then, like, Mike had his, like, all this other bullshit happen at his job, and I'm just like,
oh,
what the fuck is happening?
Bro, yeah, today. So that happened Wednesday. Fucking today, a former fucking employee threatened to fucking pew my current manager.
And HR.
Fucking
cops were involved. Statements
were written. Fucking
nuts. Absolutely nuts.
And that all happened before like 10:30 in the morning.
It's crazy.
First thing in the morning, fucking poor V just trying to fucking get her first 2 weeks as our new GM in. Some booty tickled employee gets all mad because he sucks at his fucking job. And so he had been given multiple freaking warnings like, hey, fix your shit. He didn't take the GM serious, so she put out the next week's schedule. He was supposed to only work 1 day. He got mad. It's like, bro, you're the product of your fucking result right now. And so he came in to work this morning talking to Jim Jesus. Jim Jesus was like, whoa. So Jim Jesus, in the middle of this threatening vocabulary, that if the GM were to talk sideways to this employee, he was gonna run out to his car, grab his piece, and freaking pew her. And so Jim Jesus, doing the right thing mid convo, is texting the GM like, hey, this is what's being said. So behind closed doors, corporate was called, district manager was called, freaking, and then later sworn statements are being written. Freaking GM went home. Yeah, she was gone before I even got there at 3. She was gone. And that's when T-Fit filled me in on everything. That's how we ended the fucking week.
It's just people be wilding out on us, and we're like,
huh?
I'm just trying to live my life. What is happening?
Dude.
Why are you guys moving all so out of pocket?
Bro.
I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
It's just been, dog, it's only February. Like, what the fuck else?
I don't know. I feel like it's just interesting because I feel like my life is on an up and up, and I feel like everyone is like self-imploding around me from my past.
Well, then we're coming home from getting our canes. How many fucking cop cars do we see?
Oh my God, we
saw 2 or 3 freaking, and it's not just one cop car pulling people over. It is upwards of 4 to 5 cop cars.
No, past the gas station, there was like 6 cop cars like at the gas.
That McDonald's had
McDonald's.
That McDonald's had like 7.
We're like, what?
The whole store was surrounded by cop cars.
Yeah, that was wild.
And then on the side of the road on fucking Powers, there was that fucking line of the 4 fucking cops behind one car.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the way home from getting fucking canes.
I was like, what is happening?
And then how many cop cars do we see just driving around, patrolling?
Yeah, but like, I'm like, what is happening? It's crazy.
I know we just had that strawberry supermoon the last couple days, so now we're in new moon phase. Is that what's going on right now?
I told you to align your chanclas last week, and you did not.
I rolled my eyes and said, I'll do it later.
And he didn't do it. I asked him to. I said, did you align your chanclas? And he goes, no. And I said, damn it, Mike. It's going to be your fault when shit pops off.
Dude, she called it. Close.
Oh man, I'm like scared to make any more predictions.
Dude, just stop.
I'm just like,
Just stop unless it's positive. If it's financial gain, if it's fucking Bill Murray concert related, you're gonna catch a drumstick from Motionless in White.
I do
some
feel
shit.
like, and I do predict that we're gonna have a really good year though. I just feel it. Like we are gonna have a good year, and I feel like I just think it's just interesting. Like I said, like everyone else from my past that's trying to circle back around. I mean, I guess that's kind of fitting if you think. I'm just digesting some of this. And it's kind of fitting if you think about it, because it kind of goes into the whole, like, when people say like, oh, when you win the lottery, people will come back around from your past and be like, hey man, we're cousins, hey, help your family, blah blah blah. I feel like it's kind of like the same concept, where it's like, when you start doing good and start going up and up in your life, and you start doing good for yourself, and you start becoming successful, people from your past come back and around, and they like want to fucking like jump on that bandwagon of, oh well it's like, if you can't come up with me, you want to try to drag me down by what? Talking about my past, my shit. I don't give a fuck. Talk about that shit. I'll own my shit. Yeah, I got fucking shit faced drunk at a wedding because you guys had an open bar. I definitely embarrassed myself. I acknowledge that, take accountability for that. But like, none of that, I don't understand why, like, I mean, okay, so I'm human and I make mistakes. Like, everyone fucking makes mistakes. Like I said before on this podcast, if I do wrong, I will fucking take ownership and accountability for it. So what do you think you're fucking doing? Like, you think you're fucking like, I already apologized back then, I don't need to keep apologizing. If I apologized back then and I was genuine about the conversations that I had with this party that was involved, and the party that I feel like deserved the apology, I don't owe any of you anything else. I don't even owe her another apology. I don't know her shit. I don't know anyone fucking shit. I owned my shit. I take accountability for my shit, and I'm moving the fuck on with my life. I choose not to dwell on the fucking mistakes that I made, because I am not those mistakes. I am better than that. I am human, and I choose to be better than that. That's why I'm fucking sober, and I work on my fucking health and fitness, because I'm trying to fucking achieve my goals that I want to achieve in my life. And none of them includes having a relationship with people like that ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
God. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, it's just weird ass energy and vibes. And
Weirdos. Fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. Yeah, what an eventful fucking week.
I'm tired.
Yeah, dude, fucking see? That's why I love fucking naps. You took one today.
I did. I took a power nap until my fucking brother came and banged on my door like the fucking po-po.
SWAT.
Boom, boom, boom. I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, your mail. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? I was like, why do you gotta hang on the door like that? Like you're the fucking police or some shit. Like, what's wrong with you?
The fuck is wrong with you, brother?
I was like, we had trauma as children for like that shit. Like, I don't. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, I was like half asleep. So I was like, you're good. So,
So what do we got going on tomorrow?
We have the emo night.
This is the karaoke show.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous for going because, sorry, my old ass.
See, this is why I take fucking naps. Exactly.
I'm worried that I might get overstemmied tomorrow.
Well, if we got to dip out early, we'll dip out early.
No, I'll be all right because Tasha's gonna go too.
Okay, good.
But I'm just like,
well, with that whole situation too.
Well, I mean, yeah, she'll keep me sane. She won't. I won't do anything or say anything up. This is okay. So to me and Tasha have been best friends since I was like 16, and Tasha's always had this really, really good ability to calm me down and bring me back to rationale. I don't know. She's always been that person. Like when I'm like about to go, like when I'm mad or when I'm sad or when I'm like going through shit, like she always is that person. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't. She just has that ability to be able to talk me off the ledge every single time and bring me back to reality of like, hey, type shit. And I'm like, all right, we cool. We cool. We Gucci.
We cool, man.
Yeah, and I just that's why I was like, whenever I'm like, if some shit's gonna happen and she's gonna be there, I'm like, I'll be all right. She's there. She got me. She got me. She not gonna let me do anything or say anything stupid. She knows what to say to make me be like, okay, bitch, come on down to reality. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. We're not. So I'm so grateful for her. And like, and that's the thing too. Is like, that's the thing too. When I was going through all that shit, like I wasn't even friends with Tasha anymore. Like we had a falling out too. Because like my life, like I don't think people understand. Like when I say when I was in the lowest of my lows, like with everything going on with my like, it was like so many factors and of my life that were happening simultaneously within this. Like it was like a short span of like 2 years where my life literally flipped upside down and imploded. And
I know.
I had nobody, because me and Tosh had a falling out and all that stuff. So I had absolutely nobody, and I was on my own, all by myself. And I was I almost my therapist almost had to check me into an outpatient facility because it was that bad. And so like, but and this is Tasha eventually, and me and her, she came around and we had a couple good, real good heart to heart conversations about like the things that happened in her falling out, what we think happened, what we think should have been done differently, how I didn't show up for her, how I feel short for her, how she feels short for me. And we had really had a lot of those like heart to heart conversations. And I mean, honestly, I feel like our friendship's a lot stronger for it. But like, she legitimately gave a fuck. Like she always gave a fuck. And even then, like, we've talked about like how like me and her both like, well, we weren't speaking during that time frame, like all the time. Like both of us were like, I missed you all the time and I wanted to text you and I used to cry and I used to be upset and blah, 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 blah. And like we both were going through it. But, I think both of us, because she had a lot of shit going on in her life at that time too. A lot of bullshit going on in her life. A lot of fucking dramatic, traumatic things that were happening as well. So it was like kind of like simultaneously, like I had my bullshit, she had her bullshit, and because of my bullshit and her bullshit, like we both at the time unfortunately couldn't be there for each other because our bullshit was being so consuming of each other, where it was like. And then it's just like we ended up having a falling out over it because I think it was like she wasn't feeling seen and heard. I wasn't feeling seen and heard because we're both being consumed by our own individual bullshits.
Right.
And it's not like that we didn't give a fuck. It's that we both went into self-preservation mode at the same time. And I don't think in the amount of time of our friendship, because like I said, like that had ever happened. And like, because I think when that happened, we had been like, it was like what, 14 years we had been friends for? Because now I was almost 20. And, yeah, so like like, and Tasha has taken accountability for like how her shortcomings and me too. Like we've had that heart to heart, and I think that's what makes the difference in the situation versus the situation that we've talked about earlier.
Right now,
yeah.
Not even right now. That happened 4 fucking years ago.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. That was like accountability can get you so far,
dude. Just fucking criminy.
Just be accountable and move the fuck on. Like, I don't understand the whole harping on shit and keep going back and back and back and back and dwelling. And it's like, okay, for what? For what? Okay, if you don't think you did anything wrong, okay, then move the fuck on with your life.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. I think they all need to go take a fucking family crocheting class or some bullshit. Like, go do something else with your fucking time. Go to fucking church and find Jesus, because apparently that's what you all fucking need. With your fucking cult.
Well, yeah, speaking of, like, I was like, I need some Jesus in my life. And I ordered Chick-fil-A immediately after that happened on Wednesday.
I need some Lord. I need the Lord's chicken in my life. I need something holy, because that was crazy.
That was fucking crazy. Yeah, that was fucking wild.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, and this was my last week too of like raw dogging all my workouts at the gym. So I mean, I definitely will say like it all gave me that final push to get through the week because I was like, I told Mike, I was like, dude, if anything, I don't take anything out of this situation like negative towards me. I'm like, I gotta show up to the gym because I gotta keep the haters hating.
Yep. Can I also just say my hair looks really fucking good at this angle? Like, look, that's like a perfect. So I have been like super vain this entire time you've been talking.
I noticed. I just tune you out. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. But like, how good is
I'm
the
over
hair
here
suit?
divulging trauma, and he's over here like Johnny Bravo, like
but
Rico.
Look at it. That's just like the perfect hair swoop.
Oh my god,
dude! Look at that. That is a perfect hair swoop going on right now. I don't think I can emulate that even better. Like my hair is like at the perfect just.
Is this revenge for wanting to put fucking my lips on the last week?
Yes.
Okay. Type shit. Fair's fair.
But look at that though. Like, is that not the perfect fucking?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Now you can't like you got to spray it down.
I know.
Because it's not gonna be the same tomorrow. Because I know you're gonna try to like emulate it for the fucking.
You already know.
I already know you.
You already know. Like,
and you're gonna be like, Lonnie, I can't get
Lonnie, I can't get it. Hairdresser, best friend, get it back to where it was last night. Help me.
Help me. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know what I'm fucking doing 90% of the time. I'm like, Lonnie, help me.
I need an adult.
She gets. This is how the last episode started. Last week's episode started exactly like that.
I was trying to slide my foot out without kicking the microphone stand because my foot's like dead. It's like asleep.
Which one?
This one.
Worst.
Lord.
No.
Oh yeah. But well, that was kind of that. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't. I told Mike because he's like, "Are you gonna like go like backstory in the podcast?" And I was like, "No." The only reason why I don't is because there's nothing really to fucking talk about with that situation. Like there really wasn't. Like everything up to like that final like I think I want to say it was like a final like 2 weeks, maybe a month. Like as far as I know from my perspective, like we were good. We were friends. We were like there was kosher. It was all Gucci. So like there's no like backstory of like lore of like, oh, she did this and she did that. Like no, she was a good friend. I mean, we were like I considered as best friends for like 6 years. Like I don't have like I like when we were friends, like she was a great friend. Like I don't have anything to say about that. I mean, towards the end, obviously she was not being a good friend when I was like begging for bare minimum friendship effort. And yeah, it was probably like last month. And I like I can also understand like, but in the thing too is it's not like I was hitting her with like out of nowhere like you suck as a friend.
No.
It was like she would come to me about feeling a way about me hanging out with certain family members without her and then hanging out or doing things and not like, but then she is simultaneously like I had divulged to her. I said, I feel like you like replaced me. Like you don't have time for me anymore in our friendship. And then like Mike read the thread and she just like the hypocrisy. She contradicted herself multiple times in that thread, in that text message thread. So it's like, girl, pick a struggle. Like, pick a stance. Like, where do you stand? Like, you're all over the place with this. Because it's that she's trying to control the narrative and she's trying to, it's the whole back and forth thing because she knows that what she's saying is complete bullshit.
And two, like, just to add another point too, when we had found out that, you know, her mom was pretty much running the show, you had mentioned that it made sense because you thought
I had always thought that last message that she had sent me was not from her. It was from her mom. Because I said, when you're friends with somebody for so long, you know how they talk and how they text and how they like respond and like all of that. And I was like, that last message she sent me sounds like something that she sat there and typed out with her mom. And her mom said, this is what you're going to say. This is what you need to send her.
Right. And that correlated with some of the things that the girlfriend was even asking me during that free workout, because I'm like, you didn't come up with those questions by yourself.
Yeah.
So that absolutely correlates with all of that, because it was like, there's no way you thought of that question by yourself.
There are specific questions. Very,
yeah,
very
there were
specific
specific questions. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
There's
but I had
specific
told
questions
you-
about me.
Yeah. Specific questions about her, and because I even told you that, like, as soon as they left, that it didn't even sound like she wouldn't have even have thought of that. And then when the boyfriend came down and pretty much, which is what you had already thought of anyways, that wasn't coming from her, that was coming from the mother. And then when the boyfriend was like, yeah, pretty much it's her mom that's telling her to do all of this shit.
Yeah. Like I think it's like one of those, like, unfortunately, like I said, I know way too much. I just know way too much. More than I should, and more than I think that any of them individually know that I know. And I know they're never gonna know how much I know and how I know it. I just know
Say
a lot.
no one more time.
No. Because, like, the thing
I know
about
what I know because I know what I know it.
Well,
It's like, the fuck?
because they don't know that I, like, it's not just that one particular sister. It's like other people that are
Right.
involved with the family that I've had relationships with,
Right.
and I've had relationships with without anyone's knowledge. And I'm like, it's interesting how when people think, when people will divulge shit to me, and
There we
like they'll
go.
like go and they'll tell me all the tea and lore and all the conversations that are being had in rooms that I'm no longer standing in, and I just sit there and go, listen and clock it.
Mhm.
And I'm just kind of like, it just like it, I mean, like, if you're gonna talk, I'll listen. I don't ask
Right.
questions because I don't care. But
Right.
if you want to fucking go ahead and freely and unprovokedly just disclose information to me about that and them and all that situation, I'll listen.
Sure, and that's what I did, and I was like, oh.
That's what I was like saying. I'm like, and the funny thing about it is, if they see this podcast, I can see them having like a family dinner, being like, who said what to her and when, and you're never gonna know, because all the family members that have come to me, that have divulged shit to me and told me things, they all have the same common factor of all of them are terrified that if they fucking get caught communicating with me and going against the family, that they are going to get punished in some degree.
And that goes back to the point we had made in a previous episode. The harder you try to stop shit, the faster it's gonna fucking come out.
Yeah, you often meet your destiny on your path to avoid it.
Yep.
Like, you think you can control the narrative and you think you control that shit, and you're just like spewing out hate and just straight hate and gross and disgusting, and you think that the universe is going to reward you with something positive, when all you're doing is looking for hate, and the shit that comes out your mouth is hate and disgusting and ugly. You think that the universe is going to fucking give you positive shit? That's not how this works.
Life, the universe, yeah, it's not how that works.
So take that energy elsewhere, please. Thank you. I'm living my best life. But if you guys want to fucking keep watching my fucking social medias, and you want to keep giving me views, and you want to keep watching my content, and you want to watch my podcast, and you want to do all that shit, I don't give a fuck. You can stay a fan, be a fan, because apparently I have a whole fan club over there. So
you got a whole fucking headquarters over there.
A whole headquarters. I mean, all it does is that when you view my page, my content, even Mike's, all you do is you push our content out more. Once again,
Yep.
Every time you go to our profiles and every time you view our shit, it pushes it out more, and all it does is help us be more and more successful. So thank you for that. We appreciate the love and the feedback by pushing our content out.
How do you do that thing?
The heart?
I'm over like, what the fuck?
You take your two fingers, like peace sign, and then you just.
I'm over here like fucking West Side.
What's going?
I'm over here like fucking.
No, it's just do the peace sign. Do the peace sign. Okay, now put them together like this, like a diamond. Now your 2 inner fingers. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so so you can heart like this. You can make a heart like this. This. And then this.
Yep, the fingies.
I know all the ways.
All the ways.
What's the other one? Oh, the motorcycle one's like this. When you're riding. You ride. Boop, boop. That one I can't figure out because every time I'm on, like someone comes up on this side of me when my throttle's on and they want to try to like hurt me, I'm like, if I let go of my throttle, I'm like, wait.
Wait.
I don't know. So I think it's easier when you have like a higher CC bike and when you're going with the throttle because it like keeps your momentum going. But when you're in a lower CC bike and you let off the throttle, it like really like the transmission will like kind of like slowly start progressively stopping you or engine braking you like real like sooner versus the higher CCs you are. At least that's my theory. I don't know. Could be wrong. I just don't know. Maybe it's just a skill thing. I don't know. I did get out to ride today, though. That was nice.
Vroom, vroom. Oh, well, that whole thing, too.
What? Which whole thing? Riding? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to touch on that one because, like, yeah.
Dude, look at my hair. Fucking flawless right now, dude.
Mike's gonna go fucking stroke himself.
Dude,
stroke himself
with
when I'm
both
on.
fucking hands.
As soon as we end this, he's gonna be like, "All right, get the fuck out."
Get the fuck out.
He's gonna leave the camera on. He's like, "I'm gonna start an OnlyFans with this hair."
Shit, if that's what gets me paid, fucking shit. Give a fuck.
I mean, at this rate, Mike, I think you're starting to gain haters like me at an astounding rate. So. You're not even doing anything. Like now, do you see what I'm saying? Like
now
you're not.
I understand. I'm not doing anything.
Now you get it.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it? The beebs.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because like I feel like a lot of people too, like a lot of people when they meet me and they say that shit.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Everyone's got fucking history. Everyone's got fucking lore. I fucking said it when I first met you.
The number of times you said, Lani, what are you doing to these people? Lani, what are you doing to these men? Lani, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
We said that in a fucking previous episode.
Yeah. Yes. And now I think Mike is starting to really fucking come home with this and be like,
bro, I can't even breathe or fart.
He's literally told me, he's like, how the fuck do you do this? How do you live like this?
Bro, I'd have been, if I wasn't serious about my sobriety, I know she doesn't like my fucking breaking sober jokes, but like I've told her twice already. It's like, bro, I would have been drinking. I'd have been a fifth down a Johnny Walker, dog. Like the fuck.
He's like, how do you do this shit? And I'm like, because you like, what are you doing to these people? I'm like, I'm literally not doing anything. I'm not fucking doing anything, dude. I encounter people like, because you know, sometimes it happens. You run into people from your past. I don't fucking scoff. I don't fucking make a scene. I don't tag them and shit. Nothing. I see them. My brain registers, oh, there's so and so. And then that's it. I move on with my fucking life.
And that was very apparent both times that they were in the gym.
And it's like that, not just with this situation, but just over time and time again, this has happened where I'm like, I told Mike, I was like, this is what I'm saying, dude. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not doing this shit. Like people like.
On purpose. Even on purpose.
And I even told Mike, I said, I'm just convinced that people get bothered that I'm so unbothered. It bothers them that I'm so unbothered.
And that's what I had said.
Yes.
That they're still fucking mad because you respected boundaries and that was not the answers that they were looking for. That was not the reaction that they wanted. Yeah. They wanted you to beg, cry, plead, all of that to maintain that friendship. And that's where I think that's the problem. And now that you had resurfaced, because she saw you in the gym 1, 2, multiple times, that they think that they can come back and strike and get you to go back on your knees. That's what I think this is. That is 100% what I think this is.
There's only one way I'm getting on my knees, and I'm not going to disclose that. I'm just kidding.
See the horny food posting.
Yeah. Go look for my Instagram.
The horny food posting.
That's the unhinged shit me and Mike be doing at like 2 a.m. when we can't sleep. I was like, Mike, I'm making this post and this pun. He's like, aren't you supposed to be in bed?
Aren't you supposed to?
What was it the other night? You were like, don't the kids have school tomorrow? I was like, first of all, I don't have a kid tonight. Second of all, there's no school tomorrow. And third, why are you clocking me like you're my fucking like baby daddy or my fucking parent? Like that's wild ass work. The fuck? I'm a whole grown ass woman with bills paid on time. I want to be up at 2 a.m. making fucking barbecue fucking innuendo memes. Leave me live my best life. Shit.
Fucking funny.
It's funny. I mean, I feel like it's just like you just have to, and that's why that's why I have a stance I have, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're like you guys you're such a vibe." I'm like, I'm only a vibe because I've been through so much shit, and so I feel like it's like you have to laugh and joke and like just move the fuck on. I've been that person. I've dwelled on shit. I've been the sad, the person who lives in that depression and that mindset, and I don't like that version of me. It's like that's a lot of the reason why I don't drink, because people are like, oh, when I tell people I don't drink then I'm sober, like, oh, like I'm not an alcoholic or anything. No, like, you know, I know Mike struggle with that, but I'm just don't want to take away from you and your past and your struggles. But like for me, like drinking really did play a fucking big deal in my mental health. And I'm like, I like being sober. I like it so much being able to like not be fucking hungover the next day, not be depressed. That's my biggest thing is like the being sober and going to the gym and working out 5 days a week and eating right and taking care of myself has been a 180, right?
Yes. Complete 180. Yes. Opposite.
180. Yeah.
I love when people say it's been a full 360. So wait, is that at your start point?
Started?
The fuck?
Oh, so you're still doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Type shit.
Yeah, type shit. Good for you.
Good for you.
If it's working, I guess.
I just turned completely around and I'm still.
And I'm still here. No, you need to turn the fuck back around and stay there.
See. I did a complete 180 on my life, and it's like I don't like the longer I'm sober though, like the more I'm like I don't fucking miss alcohol. I don't miss it at all. Like when I first got sober, I was like, God damn, I miss drinking. I just want to go out and have a drink, and I just want to. But I knew that like what that costs me is my mental health, and to me, it was more important for me to be mentally stable and all that for my sake of my kids, that I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Drinking is not worth my mental health. And that's why I chose to be sober. And I don't regret it. Like the longer I'm sober, the more I'm like, yeah, I like this shit. I like being able to get up and go to the gym and work out and not feel like shit. I like the fact that like my friends that do drink know that they can call me and I got them because I'm sober. I like the fact that my friends can depend on me to be the DD. I like the fact that like if I know that if something were to happen, I can show up for my kids and I'm gonna be in a fucking stable mindset and be able to be there for my kids. I like all these things. There's so much more positive that has come out of my life from not drinking anymore.
Yep. Can confirm.
Oh yeah, and that's the wild thing about that whole thing too, about the comment she made. The mom I was just thinking about in passing. About like how I'm sure I doubt she's not sober. Like he's probably just saying that. The entire family are huge ass drinkers. Like they party. Like I know stories from family members of like them getting completely shit faced and them, you know, wilding out in parking lots and all kinds of shit. So like it's kind of ironic that you want to come at me about like one incident I had where I was drunk. but you do it all the time. Ma'am.
Dead ass.
It's just wild to me. That's all. That's all. It's just what? The hypocrisy, and worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Worry about your own kids. I'm not your child. I'm not a relative. I'm not an ex-girlfriend. Not an ex-wife. I'm not even a fucking distant cousin. It's weird. But anyways, tomorrow night should be fun. We're gonna go to a fucking emo night, and that's gonna be a blast. I have social anxiety, but we'll fucking play that by ear. It should be okay because Tasha's gonna be there. But
yeah, like I said, you can dip out early. We can go to IHOP and get food.
IHOP, International House. Do you like Waffle House more than IHOP, or IHOP more than Waffle House?
Drunk me, always Waffle House. Just for the shenanigans, just for the fights.
Dude, Waffle House when you're sober is a whole fucking vibe.
I've never been sober.
Dude, I love going to Waffle
Never
House.
been
I
sober.
love going to Waffle House sober.
Never
Now,
been
because you want to know
sober.
why? Because it's a fucking show and fucking food, and the food's cheap. So you're like
Dinner
over there,
and a
like
show.
you get dinner and a show, and it's cheap. You're like, hell yeah.
Well, shit, maybe that's what we should do then.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, Waffle House is good, or we IHOP. IHOP, I think, is a better quality food.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I like the food better at IHOP.
Yeah, you're not
but
going to Waffle House for the food. You're
No,
going
you
there
literally-
for the afters.
Yeah, you go there to
Yeah.
see everyone else fucking be sloppy and make bad life choices because of the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, huh, crazy.
But yeah, and then we're gonna stream before we go. We're doing Clone Hero. We're playing emo music on Clone Hero.
Oh yeah, now that you
Now that I
thing.
found the receiver for the one guitar, we can actually play. So,
Depending on when we stream, I might bring Mortal Kombat back over because that was a lot of fun.
Super Smash Bros.
Are you gonna bring Super Smash?
You're gonna need to bring your thing.
Switch. Yeah. I'll bring my
No,
Switch.
your controller.
Yeah, I'll just bring the whole unit over though, the whole thing again, the
Nice.
Joy-Con. I have one of those too, the controller things, but I'll bring the whole. I'll just
Okay,
finish.
just let her do what she's gonna do. I don't know if I
That's all I heard from you. Miss Peanuts. Cartoon. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Lani's Lore. Thanks for coming up my TED Talk. Just kidding. But we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See you guys next week. Bye.